Good evening, Can you get out of my way for a second? Thank you very much. No. Good evening.
Babe, I'm trying to do a show here.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the blender. Babe, trying to do a show here. Good evening, party people. Welcome back to the Bar with an X. No drinks tonight. Honestly, I'm still recovering from the vibes of Wednesday, where I was at an event in New York City. I was invited out by Absinthe, Absinthe Refined, for a little dinner out there. You might have caught, at least on YouTube, a small stream that I did while I was interviewing Jean-Baptiste Robert, the CEO of Krillon Imports. The event was wonderful. I'd love to talk your ear off about it. But honestly, this is supposed to be a small stream tonight, and we've got a pretty full schedule of what we gotta do. In case you're wondering what the heck was just on that blender, it is a face. It has a name. His name is Blenderx. Thank you for asking. If you're wondering what's behind me, it's a bunch of different names that our community has proposed for not just this appliance, but this appliance, that appliance, and this appliance. In case you're new here to the Bar with an X, once upon a time I bought a $20 blender and we named it on stream, and somebody said put a face on it, and it's kind of become a little bit of a bit on the channel. So as we continue to acquire more appliances with an X to expand the with an X family of things that are used in the sake of a better cocktail in your glass, it felt right to put some names and some faces to the other appliances. So leading up to this stream, there was a thread in our Discord server. There's two of them actually. One is for various different calls for the artists in the Discord server. If you are an artist, please join that thread. That way, whenever there's a new opportunity in there for y'all, you're made aware of it. And then the other thread is just a couple of dating profiles for the other different appliances that we had here. Honestly, what I did last week was I took a picture of every appliance that we've got and made a little dating profile for each of them, but I realized that there's like almost a dozen of them. So today we're naming and facing 5 of them. So far, basically before this stream happened, there's a good about maybe 3 to 5 different names for each of these appliances here, and I've got 2 different options for faces. So special shout out to Atlas in our Discord server, as well as the Knitting Tinker. Those are the only 2 folks that I saw who actually designed some faces for the appliances. We'll have 2 options for each of them. And also too, I want to give another shout out to the Knitting Tinker as well, because not only like a bunch of people were suggesting various different names here. I don't have them labeled as to who suggested which name, so you guys can't be biased on it. There's also corresponding chat commands too if you want those names in chat. Like if you want options for the espresso machine, type !espresso, !kettle, oven, burner, and toaster, and it should print all the different options for the names right to chat there. But Tinker not only provided names for each of the appliances, but also a bit of a backstory for the names and the appliance as well. And I loved that energy, so I really appreciate it. Thank you all for having so much fun with this. Let's see. Who is in chat so far? I'm seeing Jess was here early. Obi-Wan was here early. Andrew, a.k.a. Haberlane, is out there. I see Breaker and Drew, as well as Ryan and CJ, the War Annihilator. Tessa. Who else am I seeing? Entropy. And I also see in chat, too, Bitter Trees with a 2 months. It's been 2 months since we first met. That's incredible, dude. What else do we got? And Obi-Wan's screaming in chat that it's time, man. It is time. I see Anakin Skywalker out there, the newly named, by the way. They used to go by a different name around here. And I see Theo, as well as Lillian and KitKat and Firewolf as well as Atlas, A-Star in chat. There we go. There we go. Rosewitch in chat too, saying that you're babysitting. We like to see it. And Entropy saying too, and Tinker also rallied the Butter Council together. That's true. I remember seeing specifically Tinker adding the Butter Council. So if you guys didn't know as well, in our Discord server, we recently launched Infiniclubs, which are roles that you assign for yourself based off of what you intend on adding to the Infinity Bottle when it next opens. The Infinity Bottle will not be opening tonight. The next time it opens will be on Monday, where we'll have our regularly scheduled stream. But all of those roles are pingable, and I encourage you guys to ping each other to rally your club together, or to like poke fun, I guess, or try to encourage a rivalry between other clubs and whatnot. I've seen quite a bit of activity in that channel already, so I'm a lot more pleased that it's cool to see everybody rallying together for pretty much whatever it is. So I'm happy to see that. Honestly, what I want to do is I want to get faces on these appliances so that we can use them for cocktails, and maybe, I don't know, maybe just feel a little bit more attached to the various different things that we use on the daily day-to-day life. You know, like, I feel like we take advantage of our toasters. I certainly take advantage of actually, I really take advantage of our blender here, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. I guess I kind of bought them for the purpose, and I don't really feel like thinking about the ethical implications of that statement. Let's see. I see Rosewitch in chat saying, I'm both the Great Cleanse and Biased Base. This is true. You can pick as many clubs as you want to. Obi-Wan saying that Food Hub is the best club. I guess I still need to put out a roll for that one out there. I like that. I like that. And I see CJ saying, Cam, I know my 5, so I'll be hella biased. Maybe. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. But this is how this is going to work. We're going to start with each of these appliances, and this should be a relatively quick stream. I don't see this going for much longer than, let's say, like an hour or so. We might digress a little bit, we might get off topic, and that is totally okay. Basically, what's going to happen is we're going to pick each appliance at a time. I'll clean up the bar setup here, take all the appliances we're not talking about off camera for a hot second. There are commands that you guys can access to figure out what the names are. I also have them written up here, but for like folks on the vertical side, you can't see the names of the espresso machine right now, so if you type !espresso, the bot will tell you what names are available. When we get to the part where we decide upon a name, I just want everybody to spam in chat what name they want out of the options that are there. There are only a certain number of options. If you want to add more names, you're gonna have to wait till the next time that we name more appliances, and that'll be in a thread in our Discord server. If you're not in it already, I just put a link out there in chat for you. If we're gonna be naming appliances in the future, again, like I said, that will be in our Discord server. If you want to be a part of that, I'll make sure to ping the notification squad before it happens next time. I see Every Noodle popping in. I see Heberlin in chat asking if I've seen a roll for sandwich. I have. And I see Tessa in chat saying, I would use that espresso machine just for making tiramisu, so it would be so much better than buying 16 ounces of espresso at the shop. You know, the last time I had like real espresso here was actually, I made it at my, the office that I used to work at as an engineer. They had an espresso machine, and I remember going in with a little cup, making the espresso there, and then just lugging it back home with me. But yeah, Entropy actually sponsored this espresso machine for us, and I'm very thankful for it. It will actually be the appliance that we start off with, so if you'll allow me a brief moment to take our other appliances off screen for a second, feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Use !espresso in chat, or Xpresso. I provide a couple of different aliases just in case you have trouble spelling. I know I'm one of those people. There are 4 names available: Xavier, the Xpresso Maker, Commander Xpresso, as well as Brooks. I am unbiased in these names, by the way, but I might pick one. I'll be the tiebreaker if I need to be. I will be the tiebreaker if I need to be. After we're done picking out a name for each of these appliances, what we'll do too is I'll take a look at the different illustrations that we have for the faces that were provided by Atlas and Tinker. Those are our two options. What you might have seen at the very beginning of the stream while we were still getting everybody settled in, that was artwork from Atlas in particular. Bring these guys over here. There we go. I'll put these guys on the couch. There we go. And the big old toaster oven. Get over here, buddy. Dude's got suction cups on the bottom. There we go. Dude's got freaking suction cups, yo. There we go. There we go. CJ's in chat already saying, Brooks! That was your idea. No, it was. Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't supposed to give that information away. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. On the couch. I have people coming over tonight, too. I don't want to occupy all of the space, you know? What else do I see out there? Yeah, people are liking ideas already. There we go. Noodle in chat saying that the smoke alarm is going off. I hope you're keeping well over there. Make sure to know where your nearest fire extinguisher is, chat. Always, always, always. Okay, let's see. Do I see anybody else in chat? Atlas is out there playing some Minecraft. I saw Official popping in. I like that. I'm seeing I'm seeing a lot of people voting for Brooks as of right now. That's absolutely incredible. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of background behind this beautiful espresso machine that we have here. Let me pull up the dating profile so I've got all the different informations here. There we go. So this is an espresso machine. It is not an espresso machine, not yet. It has not earned its X yet. You might have seen the espresso machine show up on the stream recently because Entropy the Ferret, one of our more magnanimous members here, has been like serially going through the throne list and purchasing a bunch of different items from it, which included one of the first items that they bought was this espresso machine. And we pulled our first shot for an order from Mark in chat on the YouTube side for an espresso martini by a creator known as Lynx Flynn, the furry bartender, as I imagine them in my head. Great drinks and whatnot, by the way, and that espresso martini was absolutely freaking delightful. So this espresso machine has corresponding interests. It's interested in high pressure sports, preheated foreplay, latte art practice. This espresso machine is most known for crema on command, steamy tendencies, and ease of quote unquote use. This espresso machine is looking for freshly ground partners, a stable 9 bars of commitment, and a name and a face. And if you want the names of the different options, they are in chat right now. I think everybody's pretty much familiar with it already. Just as a reminder, if you type !espresso or espresso machine in chat, it'll give you these 4 names: Xavier, Espresso Maker, Commander Xpresso, or Brooks. The X in this case is pronounced because I think it sounds more like Bruce that way. If you feel strongly as with a silent X or with a spoken X, you may feel free to make that known in whatever your message is after the fact. Let's see. I see Heberlin in chat saying I should do a thing for Roll for Cocktail, not this live. Oh yeah, dude. I'm familiar with the Makeshift Tavern. Actually, the Makeshift Tavern gave me personally his blessing to do Roll for Cocktail on the stream if we happen to want to. So Firewolf in chat saying all good options, but I bet Brooks. Official like, oh, it's that kind of stream now? Yeah, we're not playing video games today. We'll get back to that on Monday. Personally, what I've got in my cup, if you tried the sips command, it's not going to work. There is no recipe. I've just got strawberry liquid IV and water, and it feels good. In any case, chat, what I'm now going to ask you to do, formally, is pick a name. In chat, feel free to spam whatever name you want the espresso machine to be named. Xavier, with an X, naturally. Espresso Maker, with an X. Commander Xpresso, and Brooks. And if you want some really cool backstory behind some of the appliances here, the Knitting Tinker, for the various different names that they suggested, also wrote out a whole backstory for some of these guys too. Like, they've got personalities because of Tinker, and I freaking love that. And also because of the dating profiles, which I was personally behind, you know? Let's see. I'm seeing a lot of Brookses out there. I see an Xavier popping in. I see, dude, 2 Xaviers popping in. Okay. Official and Atlas really want Xavier, but I see a lot of Brookses out there. I'm seeing the Knitting Tinker themselves popping in. Commander Xpresso. There we go. Commander X says Entropy. I hear Anna screaming Brooks from downstairs. I'll be honest, chat. Brooks vibes with me because I had a member of my family growing up who, whenever we would watch Finding Nemo, would yell from across the room like, name's Bruce. And I kind of want to remember that family member a little bit more than I have, at least in previous years. I see Zesty Scrub popping in. I see officials saying straw poll. Oh no, we're not doing we're not voting this time. Well, technically, the voting is all based off of the vibes of the crowd. I would say that I could have made like a more formal voting command, but I didn't decide to do that. I decided this would be a little bit more chaotic and a little bit more fun. Let's see. Honestly, I like Brooks. I'm thinking Brooks. Now the question is, we shall first so name this espresso machine Bruce, but more Brooks instead. The question is it Brew with an X, or is it Brooks with an X? Do we pronounce the X, or do we not pronounce the X? That's the only remaining question that I've got here. Zesty, like, do we have a juicer? Thinking about the Zestinator. There are other appliances. There's not just 5 appliances here. I have many, but we're only naming 5 of them tonight. So if you want to input on what to name the other appliances in the future, that's what the Discord server is for. I'm seeing Brooks pronounce it with the X with, I think everybody's pretty much in agreement to pronounce the X on it. Otherwise, it doesn't really sound like Bruce. It's just brew, you know? Pretty wild there, you know? In any case, so that's what we're going to do. Introducing... Well, I guess, actually, we can't introduce Brooks yet until we draw a face on them. So let's go with the face side of things next. We decided upon Brooks. Let me make that known on my board over here. Commander Espresso. Now, better luck for the next appliance. We've chosen Brooks. Give him his face, says Atlas. There we go. Dr. Snorkel, welcome in, by the way. Let's go to my other screen over here, where I've got some art from a couple of our artists that are in the Discord server as well. This is the face. This is the dating profile. Atlas put the info for the face basically right up on top of the image that I provided in the Discord. This is one face for the espresso machine. Actually, let me grab a piece of paper. Let me grab some pieces of paper so I can specifically draw my rendition of these. There we go. I'm just gonna grab a stack of paper and a Sharpie marker. So let's see. I am back. This is one face option. This is from Atlas. It looks like it's got. Let me do a little big eyes, a little face, and it's got little I think it's got little hands too. I kind of like that. There we go. Let me fill in those eyes a little bit. Okie doke. Listen, like, I'm so proud of these, dude. I'm so proud that you made them, dude. I loved it. That is the induction burner. That's not. Can we go to the next one, please? Windows photo, please. Can we? Okay. Hi there. Where's the other one? There we are. This is Tinker's submission. This one was mapping to the espresso machine. That was Commander S Espresso was Tinker's vote for the name, but we got these little glasses here with a little nose in between. I see that. It's got a hefty mustache too. I like that. Tinker, if you're out there, is this mustache supposed to be more like circles next to each other, or is it a little bit more scraggly? It's a little bit more scraggly. Also, I realized I didn't turn my green screen off, so the green screen shouldn't be on right now. There we go. I like that. I see Obi-Wan in chat saying, I got myself a 5-liter mini keg of some German beer, and it's the shit. Dude, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Tinker saying the mustache is like that to map to the buttons. Oh, I see! It's the buttons on the I see. So the mustache specifically goes over top of the buttons. I got it. All right, cool. These are our 2 face options for Brooks, the espresso machine. We have, let's just say... We have 2 artists in chat, so we're gonna use Atlas and Tinker. Again, too, if you are an artist out there, there's a thread in the Discord server called the Call for Artistry, and it is a thread where basically I'll throw out just things that I want the artist's input on every once in a while. Could be an icon or an image in one of the Infinity Bottle videos or one of the edits, or it could be for something like this. I honestly, I don't know exactly what it could or could not be. It's there in case we need it. And I'd say I totally did. So there we go. Obi saying, what are we thinking? Official saying, if you think about it, all of them have mustaches. The first one was a bit like a cantina floss mustache. I can't say that I'm familiar. We have 2 faces. We have Atlas's submission. Very cute. very deep dark eyes, and we have Tinker's submission, which looks a little bit more educated, maybe a little bit more jaded. I don't know. This one here gives me a vibe of somebody who works like in the engineering field and has been in this field for 35 something years and just can't deal with the bullshit anymore. And then this one over here, kind of like animal-like in a way. I like it. It's cute. I think it really depends on what you feel the vibe of an espresso machine is. Is it a little bit more cute, or is it a little bit more pressureful? My thoughts is, you know, the pressure of the workplace literally requires pressure to create a thing of espresso. So I would vote for that one particularly, but that's just my thoughts. Atlas saying mine has no thoughts. Heberlane saying you give him the Weedle face. The Weedle face? Which one's the Weedle face? Atlas is number 1. Tinker is number 2. I see CJ and Lillian both voting for Tinker's face with the glasses, right? Oddly enough, so this face here was designed with Commander as the first name in mind. Or this face here was designed with the first name Commander in mind, but it's a beautiful combination of our community at large. Let's see. Firewolf saying, I love them both, but I'm leaning towards Tinker. Official saying I would go for Atlas, but with the hands holding the buttons, or maybe the buttons. Big Atlas. Oh, he really was saying Atlas. I'm using voice to text. Sorry, no problem, dude. Do with whatever you got. Use whatever you work. So far, I'm feeling it's kind of equal between Atlas and Tinker right now. So, like I've said, if you want to spam chat with whichever one you think is best, go for it. I'm just going to pick whichever one seems to cloud up my screen the most. We got 4 more appliances after this, by the way. And we're not drinking tonight. At least nothing but water and liquid IV, at the very least. Tinker saying, I'm here and I'm inclined towards mine. That's fair. Official saying, Atlas. 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 Tinker. It feels so much of like a split. It feels so much like a split, yo. Well, you know what? I love the idea of a really cute looking espresso machine because I think it's ironic. So I'm thinking Atlas. I'm gonna use Atlas's cute face for this one. Although I will say, I really do like the glasses on this one. But there are others. We have 4 more appliances to get to. So this one we're gonna go with Atlas's cute face. The winner for our espresso machine. This is the face of an espresso machine named Brooks. Or Bruce. Or otherwise. I like that. KitKat saying, can you give the cute face glasses? That depends. Would our artist be opposed? Would our Atlas artist be opposed to adding the glasses of the Tinker face onto this one? And does everybody else cool with that too? I'm cool with it. Honestly, I'm cool with whatever. Atlas is like, give him glasses. There we go. Get them. Dude, maybe that's the vibe. Maybe what we do is for each of these, instead of trying to make it a competition, we just combine the faces together. We take an aspect of one face and we combine it with the aspect of the other because we've only got 2, right? Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, let me bring the cocktail angle over so we can get a view of what this face looks like, relatively speaking, up close. We can watch the magic happen. I love the vibe here, y'all. I was honestly thinking, chat, I realized that we haven't done a chat orders a drink stream in a while, and this month has been hella busy for me. So I'm happy for the fact that folks were willing to do something small like this and participate in it too. I was kind of worried that we weren't gonna get any submissions, but whether it was because of the Infinite Clubs or just the effort of a certain group of individuals, I'm happy for it, dude. I'm happy for it. Let's see. Firewolf in chat saying, I love the music choice. Yeah, it's on one of my supposedly DMCA free playlists. I see Nora Highwell popping in, and I also see Obi-Wan up there with 5 memberships to the people at large. We love that. Oh, Jarvin got a membership. I like that, dude. I like it. Yeah, it's also got the B logo on it. Yeah, it's the what is it? What's the brand of this thing? I don't even know, but the B stands for Brooks, okay? The B stands for Brooks. Name's Brooks. Also, too, if the white marker doesn't look that good, because I plan on using white marker, like, if it doesn't work out, then we can always use... Actually, you know what? Does this even look good on here if I use white marker? No. No, I don't think that looks good. I think we're gonna use Sharpie on this one. We're gonna use Sharpie on silver surfaces. I think that makes it a little bit easier. It was also brought to me attention too by my wonderful moderators, aka bouncers, that the chalk marker might be used on heated surfaces, and I reached out to the chalk marker manufacturer about whether or not it is safe to use it on heated material. They never got back to me. So that's fine. All right, so the fun part of this is me trying to draw this backwards. So I give him glasses. Actually, I think I gotta go around to the front. I want to make sure I do this justice. I'm drawing somebody else's art, so I want to make sure I do this right. Ooh. What's up? All right, let's do this. So we've got the big eyes of Atlas. I like that. Nice, large, dark eyes. That is what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. Oh, let me bring the microphone closer to me. It's not working very well. That's okay. I hope you guys can still hear me. Let's see. I see Tess in chat saying, need to leave. Can't wait to see what chat decides for our faces tonight. Yes, indeed. I will make sure to update the Discord server as well as the socials for what we have decided upon. Might get an edit too. I'm honestly not so sure. I'm honestly not so sure of the edit. There we go. I kind of like it, dude. I kind of like it. Oh, I pushed him. There we go, there we go, there we go. Let's see. Official saying, you're a lefty? No, I'm a righty. I'm a righty. I righty with my right hand. I do a lot of things with my left hand too, but I wouldn't call myself ambidextrous personally. This is also admittedly like an awkward angle to be drawing things at. I don't typically draw things like, actually, the last time I drew something live, oh, I guess it was for the charity event. Oh, no, it was for the sponsored stream. I did a TikTok live where I was drawing one of the last backsplashes I made for the channel. I'll be doing more of those for the more bigger events like charity, which is coming up in next month. Chat? Did you know that we do charity events on this channel? Did you know that? We're having one next month. Official saying, which one is the rare one? For my left is rare, at least where I'm from, at the very least. CJ, like, is the B his or her nose? I maybe. Well, I guess because, like, the B could be the nose. The B could be the nose, because we also need to add, remember, we gotta add hands, add a thing, and glasses. So let me get some glasses in here. I like to think that these glasses are actually, like, a little bit too small for their face. Or maybe let's bring the glasses down a little. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do for glasses. That's okay. That is okay. That is okay. Little rectangles here for glasses. You know, you're gonna get some tired eyes. Tired eyes, tired glasses. Remember, chat, if you feel that your face submission is not being adequately represented on the Camera with an X stream, just know, I am not a reliable narrator, and I'm also not a reliable drawer. How does that look so far? Are we looking like that? I kind of like it. I gotta connect them together. Those glasses, right? Glasses through like that. There we go. Little face. Tinker Atlas, are you okay with me adding like embellishments like eyelashes or eyebrows and stuff like that? I might do that. There we go. Give him the little Neko face. There we go. A little number 3 on the bottom. There we go. We're fine with that. Atlas, how do you fare about eyebrows? I feel so tempted to give this machine eyebrows. Also, let's see, we need the hands too. I like the idea of the hands being down here. Or maybe on the button. No, you know what? They're over top of the buttons. They are over top of the buttons. As if to say, I am holding on to these for you. There we go. Right up on top of there. There we go. There's one hand. There we go. Nora out there currently at your fiance's house for the weekend. Oh, exciting! Nora like the hands holds the buttons like a helpful friend. A helpful Brooks indeed. A helpful Brooks indeed. There we go. I will not be drawing all these appliances while they're plugged in, by the way. This is currently unplugged. That feels safe. Do these buttons like rotate at all? Like, will it ruin the art? Nah, it looks great. Looks great. Let's see. Obi-Wan in chat saying, did you know that you're my favorite streamer, Cam? I can tell, bud. I can tell. Lillian asking, what are the pronouns for the machine? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure yet. I feel like we could take that discussion offline, depending upon the names. I know at the very least, when we get to the induction burner, Tinker provided pronouns in that case, and I thought that was really, really cool. Don't feel, chat, that you are pressured to keep the conversation only here within the live stream chat. You can also put it in the Discord server too. But we've got our name choices, we got our face choices. Okie doke. This is our espresso machine, right? We got the hands, we got the face, we got some glasses. Oh, you know what? I'm feeling eyebrows. I'm feeling like those little scribbly eyebrows. Inquisitive, scribbly eyebrows. There we go. Inquisitive. Let me get one of them raised a little bit. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. What do you think? Chat, what do you think of Brooks? This is Brooks, the espresso machine. Espresso machine with an X. Let me come back around the other side. This is what we've done. People sometimes ask me, Cameron, what do you do for a living? This. These are our options. These are our options, and we decided to take a little bit of both. All right. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Introducing my brewing machine with an X. Name's Brooks. This is Brooks the espresso machine. Oh my gosh. Nora saying petition to nickname this machine to Brooks Wayne. That's only when he's not wearing glasses. And these glasses cannot come off. That's what we got. I see Atlas in chat saying, I gotta go to work. I got the commissions to do. Have a good night. Same to you, Atlas. Thank you so much for designing some of these face options. I appreciate it. Okie doke. Presenting. I guess let's see. Maybe we do a whole presenting thing at the end. We bring all the appliances back up here and we showcase what we have done. So let's take Brooks away and bring up our next appliance, which is an electric kettle. If you want options for the names, same process just like the first one. Type !kettle in chat. We have 3 name options. Kenny with an X, whether or not it's pronounced or not. Lady, is it Yikesing or Yixing? I need a pronunciation check from Tinker on the second options here, as well as Steam X or Steam with an X. Steams. Steams kind of gives me stonks vibes. I kind of dig it. Bringing the kettle over. Here we go. Kettle time. Andrew asking, is it night or day where you currently are? It's nighttime. It's 8 o'clock, 8:30 p.m. for me. 8:30 p.m. Breaker saying, Lady Yikesing. Oh, Yikesing. Yeezing. Lady Yeezing. Let me know if I got that correct, Tinker. Thank you. Oh, hello there. I clicked the wrong button. Here we go. I don't like this full screen thing that Windows app is giving me. All right, come over here, buddy. Where is the kettle? There is the kettle. There we go. Yeeks like mixing. Yix. Yixing. Yixing. Did I get it right? Lady Yixing as in mixing? Lady Yixing as in mixing. Brain was fried. No, you don't need to apologize. Honestly, I probably should have asked for pronunciation help prior to the stream actually starting, so I appreciate you hopping in on point. All right, so this is our electric kettle. You might have seen them pop up recently because I wound up purchasing it specifically to help develop the Yuri cocktail, the one for Doki Doki Literature Club. But it's also been very, very useful for thawing some of the juices and syrups that I have kept in cold storage. To everybody who has recently ordered a drink that uses blood orange juice, that blood orange juice has been frozen since April, and this kettle is responsible for making sure that it is in liquid form so we can mix our cocktails more or less within 5 to 10 minutes of that order actually happening. So a very useful appliance here at the bar. It is interested in cozy mornings, a whistle-free living, and liquid versatility. This kettle too is most known for its warming personality, its ease of use, as well as emotional stability in times that are heated, which is sometimes often here at the Bar with an X, especially with Food Hub, aka YouTube Vertical. You know what I'm talking about. This kettle is looking for loose leaf dates, kettle keto dieting options, and space from their current partner, according to the dating profile that is in the I can't even speak today, the Discord server. We have 3 different naming options. We have Kenny with an X, Lady Yixing, and Steam with an X, or Steamsks, or otherwise. Let's see. I see Obi-Wan saying that you've been workshopping a date everything cocktail. I love it. You'll show it to the chats. I appreciate that. So, feel free to spam chat with whatever name you think is best for these. I'm not going to show you the faces until after the fact. I've got my preference already. I like this one, and also, I only because I love it so much. I'm gonna pop into the Discord real quick, and I want to look at the profile info that actually Tinker, let me know if you are comfortable with me reading the descriptions that you put for some of these names. I will not do it without your explicit permission to do so, but I loved I was reading those this morning, and I was like, it was wonderful. It was so wonderful, dude. I loved it so much. Let's see. I'm seeing Andrew's vote is for Steam. I'm seeing Steam. I see a lot of Yixing. I'm seeing a lot of Yixing, actually. Tinker saying you're totally good. I see like an overwhelming amount of folks who want Lady Yixing, which I kind of like. I mean, this would be the only appliance up to this point that actually has like a title in front of it, right? I like that. There's a little bit of extra vibes, you know? Official, like, Lady Yixing, such a great name, making her a lady of class, simplicity, and great power. I love that, dude. Honestly, it seems like an overwhelming preference towards Lady Yixing, so we're going with Lady Yixing. I love it. Lady Yixing, whose backstory, by the way, goes something like this. Like I was saying, Tinker put an entire, like, basically a story behind each of the names that they have proposed for these appliances here. So in addition to the dating profile that I came up with, Tinker says, Lady Yixing gives off a very demure and traditional Eastern vibe. She deserves a rather refined-sounding name to go along with it. She seems the kind of lady that would hang out with her friends or lover in a quiet, blissful silence while they drink a cup of tea, which Lady Yixing is more than capable of producing. So let me bring this back to the other angle over here. Wonderful. This was Tinker's name, by the way. This is one of Tinker's name. Let's put this over here and take a look at what our face options are. We have Atlas's submission. I like the, what do you call it? It's a half circle. It's giving me almost like light alien vibes, you know? I kind of dig that. Obi-Wan like hashtag demure. Cow King like lady is the lady of royalty. A lady of royalty? I mean, I don't know if it's lady of royalty versus more lady and witty. We don't live in a hierarchical, monarchical society here at the Bar with an X, so royalty? Maybe her family is a bit royal, but that royalty holds no value, at least not here at the bar. At least that's the way I'm thinking of it. So let me draw 2 faces here. We have this one from Atlas. I'm drawing them in Sharpie marker on a piece of paper so that it is a little bit easier to see. I see Tinker in chat saying lady, as in lady or sir. Lady or sir. Formality. I like it. Let's see. Lillian saying, I think we should do it like this face, but the nose is the stout. That's very fair. There is a suggestion with the placement of these faces on the appliances. So if you feel strongly that it should go in a different location, let me know. I kind of like that idea of using the spout as a nose, you know? Let's see. Gee, Hellboy, welcome in, by the way. I talk drink stuff mostly. I'm not much on food. But yeah, I've had dildo pizzas before. I've had them in my mouth and various other orifices too. I bet that's the answer you wanted, wasn't it? Welcome in, by the way. What else we got? Lady Yixing over here is got little eyebrows. We got Very calm demeanor over here. And a smiling face with a little... There we go, there we go. And this was Tinker's submission. There we go, there we go, there we go. These are our two options. And we can always do a combination of the two as well. We could always do that. Let me bring things back over to this angle over here. There we go. These are our two options for Lady Yixing, the water kettle, the electric kettle. Let's see. Let me keep these up for a hot second. Does anybody have preferences? Make it known in chat by typing Atlas or Tinker. Or like some combination of both. We could always do both, you know? I see Haberlane saying, guess what I'm making right now? I think you're building your computer, if I'm correct in saying, right? That's what I'm thinking. Haberlane saying the one with the bright eyes. I think that's this one. That's a vote from Haberlane. Tinker with the warm, inviting East Asian old lady. Tinker, we know Tinker is best, says Tinker. Naturally. Cowking is saying number 2. That's Tinker, right? Yeah, that's Tinker over here. There we go. I got a vote for Atlas. Breaker saying Atlas's smile with Tinker's eyes. Oh, you know, I kind of like that because I think I like the idea of putting the face where this is the nose. This is the nose with the sort of upside down happy of Atlas. Let me see if I can, hold up. Let me flop this like this. A little bit of a happy face like that, right? Right? And then calm eyes. Calm eyes on top. I don't know if there we go. Kind of looking like that. There we go. Oh, Heberline. I appreciate the correction, by the way. I appreciate it.
I have an important disruption.
You have an important disruption. Okay. Is it more important than naming appliances?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Shoot for it. Go for it.
A star, a mushroom, POW, or a block?
Are you making reference to specifically Mario items?
No.
Because the block should have a question mark on it.
How would you know?
Can I have the options again?
Star, mushroom, POW, or block?
Isn't POW and block this? They're both together in the Mario series.
Pick one.
Stars! No, mushrooms. Mushroom stars. Mushrooms. Mushrooms are my final answer.
Okay.
Do I get closure?
No.
Okay. No closure for me.
No closure.
Alrighty then. Anyways, hi everybody. Official saying hiding her incredible power and wealth under a simple facade. I kind of dig it, right? Kit Kat in chat saying a bit like Mr. Kettle, but an older Eastern lady. Yeah, Cuphead, right? I get that. Hairless Kit Kat popping in as well. I see that. And Firewolf saying, what just happened? I don't even know. All right, it seems that there is an overwhelming vote for Tinker as well in this case, specifically with those nice, calm eyes here. I like the vibe. I really like the vibe. So we're gonna go with Tinker's face. This one over here. While I drink more water. A good idea. I see Heberline. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, by the way. Heberline says sunflower seeds homemade. There we go. That sounds delightful. Down the street, there were some sunflowers that were growing when it was still a little bit warmer outside, and I was so tempted just to scrape some sunflower seeds from them, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. Hairless out there asking, what are we slurping today? Water with liquid IV. That's what I've got today. No cocktails today. I see Imichow in chat saying, hey boss, took the long way home to ensure I get my steps in. Definitely ready for bed. Oh, good to see you, Imichow, and I'm glad that you got home safely too. All right, y'all, let's draw a face on Lady Yixing. Lady Yixing. I did try to do a Google search of what a Yix is, and from what I understand, it doesn't have a meaning. So I think we're okay to call it a Yixing. Lady Yixing. And if it's really a problem, we could always change the pronunciation one day. It's possible, you know? So this is what we're thinking. This is what I'm thinking. Eyes up here, face on the bottom. Face on the bottom. And then this spout here is the big long nose. That is what I'm thinking. Let me pop over to the other side real quick. How does the white look on here, on the glass? Let me see that. Oh yeah, dude. No, I can, yep. Yeah, no, we can see that. We can see that. I think we'll do white eyes and a black mouth and those little like cheeky things. I like that. Let's see. Lillian saying it's got an elephant trunk. She do. And a Hairless Cat saying I have a proposal to request. What might be your request? I'm not taking orders today, by the way, if that's what you mean by that statement. Firewolf in chat saying, speaking of bed, I should probably go there. I didn't get great sleep last night. Go for it, Firewolf. Go get your rest. Remember, chat, the Bar with an X doesn't take priority over the rest of your life. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. I see Hairless Kit Kat saying to be able to tell you and Kit Kat apart, keep calling Kit Kat, and you Hairless. Perfect! I can do that. That's easy. That's easy. Proposal accepted. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, let me pop you over here. We're going with Tinker's face with an appliance that Tinker has named. I think is beautiful. Let's get. This feels tilted for some reason? Hold up. It's gonna be hard to draw if everything's so tilted, you know? That's not Lady Yixing's style. There we go. Okie doke, okie doke, okie doke. Let me go with our eyes first. Let's do a little under moon like that. There's one. Okay, that I think was perfect, to be honest. Can we do something very symmetrical over here? Yeah! Oh, that's a little lopsided. A little bit lopsided. That's okay. Things are lopsided here at the Bar with an X. That's just something you have to learn to accept. Let's do a little calm eyebrows over here. Little calm eyebrows over here. I dig that. There we go. Hello there. Hello there, miss. Now we'll do face. The happy face down here. I gotta get. This is the right angle for this. Oh, come on. No! There we go. I need my ink. Where's my ink, buddy? My ink. There we go. Little smile with these little cheeks, Chad. The cheeks. Who said that the spout of Lady Yixing kind of reminds them of an elephant? Because it's giving me Heffalump vibes. like from Winnie the Pooh? Oh my gosh. Lillian's saying they should get name tags. It's like what we do with the blender. Oh, you're right, they need name tags. I forgot! Oh, wowza, I'm knocking into a table over here. Coming back around to the other side. Coming back to the other side. Hello, hello, hello. Obi-Wan's saying this is a great stream. I'll drink for you, Cameron, don't worry. Oh, thank you. You're right, we need name tags. We totally need name tags. So let's christen the side of this with a name. Specifically, let's do... Can we see this right here? Yes, we can. Lady. She's a lady. Bum, ba, 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 da, 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 ba, da, da, ba, 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 da. She's a lady. 'Cause she's a kettle. Dun, 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 dun. Did I draw that right? How does it look? Yeah! There we go. Let's see. Hairless in chat saying, how old were you when you found out that Winnie from Winnie the Pooh was a girl? I guess somewhere in my mid to late 20s, because I didn't know that. There we go. She has been christened. Observe. Give us a twirl. Presenting Lady Yixing, the water kettle. She's beautiful. 'Cause she's a lady. Let me get Brooks. We forgot to label Brooks. Forgot to put a name on him. There we go. If you like it, then you should have put a name on it and a face on it, and then gotten your community involved on it. 'Cause that's what we do here at the XBar, isn't it? Brooks. Brooks. Brooks! I dig it. Bruce with an X. There we go. Okie dokie. So, oh, also, I guess we'll do this here too. And the suction cups make it so difficult. Brooks really knows how to stick around, dude. Oh my gosh. Presenting Brooks, our espresso machine. I'm taking you off camera. You're heavy. Relatively speaking. Relatively speaking. I will not dare to call the lady heavy, because that's just disrespectful. Very disrespectful. Let's see. Headline saying Winnie the Pooh facts. Well, technically she was based on the writer's kid's stuffed animal and the kids, so yes. I learned that today. I like learning new things like that. That's cool. All right, our next appliance is a toaster oven, which is the largest appliance that we have to name today. So let me go get our appliance. Jay, welcome in. Friday stream today. We're naming appliances. Because every X appliance should have a name and a face. Just like Blenderx. There we go. Now we gotta name this one. This is a toaster oven. You probably saw its debut during the Chat Orders a Drink stream back in September, which was actually our Halloween or fall-themed Chat Orders a Drink stream. This was responsible for specifically roasting not just a snack for Anna, but also the inner seeds of a pumpkin named Jeffrey. So Jeffrey is the first life to be taken, effectively, I mean, by my hands specifically, but let's say passed over, facilitated to pass to the afterlife via this apparatus right here. So to give you a description of this toaster oven real quick, this toaster oven is interested in sheet pan snacks, tiny pizzas, and heated political debates. It's most known for burping on camera, pretentiously thinking that they're better than the toaster because they've got more buttons, and its shallow personality. This toaster oven, aside from looking for a name and a face, is also looking for folks to give love noogies to, like this, but in a loving kind of way, but also a reason to open up, and also their biological father. They don't know who they are. And you know what? That's their journey. Not mine. Not mine. Not mine. Any case, we've got two different options for the toaster oven. If you want to know the options, just like previously, you will vote with your chats. You can access the names here. There's only two of them by typing !oven in chat, or toaster oven, depending on how depth you feel with your fingers. We have two name options. We have X-Man or Infernix, like almost like furnace, but Infernix. Kind of sounds like a demon in a way. It's a pretty epic name, all things considered. I like it, right? Let's see. Bitter saying I'm casting my vote early for Infernix. And then I honestly, for Infernix, I'm thinking either we pronounce it like the CK, or we could do it with an SH, I guess. Could be Infernish. Actually, I really like the idea of naming it Infernish. And then people being like, furnish like furnish a house? Like, no, furnish like, you pronounce the X as an SH, because it can't all just be CKs, you know? Let's see. Obi went out there saying, what are we naming this? I don't know, man. That's yours. That's yours. Bitter saying that the X is silent. Oh, could be. But then, does that mean that the toaster's name is just Man? This is Man the Toaster. Excuse me, Man the Toaster Oven. Man the Toaster Oven. The toaster is a different appliance entirely. All right. So just like before, chat, feel free to type in the chat what you want the name of this to be. Infurnish, Infernix. Also, tell me what you want the X to be pronounced as too. You've got options here. And then we'll have two faces after the fact. It seems so far, I see Infurnish, Infernix, Bitters, and also saying Inferniman, 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 a toaster oven. And it talks like this specifically. My name's Inferniman. The X is silent. I kinda like that. Oh my gosh. It's a combo name. Oh my gosh. Yo, Kaylee, welcome back, by the way. We're naming appliances today. If you've got a thought, feel free to cast your vote. Everybody's basically saying Infernix or otherwise. I see that. Bitter saying this is where the toast is prepared for the butter. It seems we get Infernix. I think we're getting Infernix. I like committing to pronouncing it Infernix. I like that. Roses, welcome in. You're late to the naming. We're like halfway through now. Yeah, we're officially halfway through the names. All of these options for names, by the way, were determined in a thread in our Discord server. If you want to participate in the next time that we name appliances, that is probably the place to be. Actually, it is the place to be, because these lists remain immutable. In any case, let's see. Okay. Which one are we on right now? We're on the toaster oven, this one right in the middle. We've determined the espresso machine. We also determined the kettle. We're on the toaster oven now, and it looks like we all just collectively, excuse me, we all just collectively decided upon Infernix. Infernix, the toaster oven. And I am absolutely going to be rolling the R every single time I say it because I have fun with that. So, now that we've got that, we need to decide upon a beautiful name, about a beautiful face for this appliance. Let's bring it over to, that's the wrong button. This button, we have two different face options. We have the first one from Atlas, one of our talented artists in our Discord community. We have this one that looks like its mouth is always open. I mean, Infernix was specifically hoping to open up to begin with, so that look of constant on their face, honestly, isn't totally far off from what I imagine it could be, you know? Let's see. Let's do Atlas's option. There we go. Joinks, welcome in. Welcome in. And then we also have submissions for the Knitting Tinker as well. Knitting Tinker as well. I'm just drawing on this white piece of paper to make it a little bit easier for us to know what these faces are at the same time. There we go. He's even got a little tongue too. That was Atlas. Atlas. And then we got Tinker, right? Hey, Blackjack! Good to see you too! Can't stay but wanted to say hi. It's good to see you, man! Good to see you! Alright, let's move over here. Okie dokie. The face that we have for the proposed name here was the X-Man. Oh, the X-Man. There we go, there we go. The X-Man. It is just an X with a tongue. Those are our two options. For the toaster oven, we have, oh my god! And then we have uncontrollable laughing because they can't find their father. They might find their father one day. I don't know, you know? I don't know. Let's bring it back to the bar. These are your two options. Atlas or Tinker. Or we could combine the two together, technically speaking. Although, honestly, I'm not vibing with a combo this time. It's either like, these are the four possible faces that we have. We have, and then we also have, so, those are your options. Let's just say there's an Atlas A, B, A, and B. There are a couple different ways that we can do this. Let's see. Let's see. I see Heberline saying, do the X eyes with the oh my god mouth. The oh my god, like, so you're saying Atlas A and Tinker B? Atlas A, Tinker B? I see most folks saying just Atlas specifically, which I also totally vibe with, right? Just because its name has an X in it doesn't mean we need to have an X actually labeled on the appliance, right? I dig that. I dig that. Lillian saying, Cam, maybe you're the father. At the very least, I'm the adoptive father, right? I would say that if I was trying to be somebody's father, I would be a lot more caring than I am to the appliances here. So I would be a very irresponsible father and have actually proven to you guys already that I'm not a good father to Blenderx. That's a working relationship, you know? Obi saying, Cam, please don't leave to get milk. Oh shit, I gotta go get milk. Haberlane saying Atlas B, Tinker A. Atlas B, Tinker A. The X with that. I see, for the most part, an overwhelming preference towards Atlas. I like that. I like that. So that is what we are going to do. This is the face of a toaster oven who is trying to find their father. Bah! Oh, Tinker says B-A? Wait. I'm going with Atlas's. We're going with Atlas's. For a moment, like, Tinker, I was like, are you picking B then A, or are you just saying bah? Both are very valid, by the way. Infernix, the toaster oven, gets that face. Let me try to angle the cocktail angle. Can we even, will this even, there's no way that that's working. There's no way that's working. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I see Heberline saying, how do I get the party hat thing? Oh, you just gotta be a member of the channel. That's one of the paid things. It's $1 a month. It's a YouTube joining. It's kind of like subscriptions on Twitch, but cheaper. At least for level 1. All right, let me, hello there. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Don't forget to put the name on. You're right. Let me put the name on. I'll do that. Remind me about that again. Canadian saying, can I buy that toaster oven? No. My toaster oven. This is my Infernix. We're just naming it today. How could I give it away so easily right after I just got it a name? Welcome in, by the way, Canadian. All right, let's draw a face on this. Katie's like, what? Yeah, I named my toaster. This is a fucking weird channel, man. I'm just warning you. Oh, sorry, the microphone's over there. This channel is weird. Drunken potential antics and mixology unlike you've never seen before. This thing will make cocktails. Oh, we have an ad break. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's not doing anything right now. Alrighty. Alright, well, I have to wait for the ad break to end, so... I have to wait for that to be done, so... Anyways. Canadian said, I have so many things to bake and eat and need that toaster oven. I mean, hey, I found this for free on the side of the road. I'm sure you can too. I tend to refurbish a lot of the appliances here. Of the appliance... Okay, let's see. I bought Blenderx. I bought the water kettle. I'm sorry, I bought Blenderx. I bought Lady Yixing. Entropy bought... Brooks. And I bought the induction burner. And I found the toaster. So, that's it, you know? Mark in chat saying, as a culinary person, I could see baking spice to add drinks for infusion. Yeah, man. Think of the possibilities. Think of them. Rose is out there saying adios. Until next time, friend. Obi-Wan says, Cameron, tell them how freaky board member chat is so they join. It's mostly just Obi-Wan being Obi-Wan, so if that tells you something, I need not add more details. Tinker saying, oh, so Infernix works a bit better as a phoenix, as he was left and came back to life. Yeah, this dude was gonna be trashed. Didn't you believe it? Canadian chat saying, I didn't invest in my Luxstead. I'd probably find, like, some broken plastic touts. Possibly. Hey, open yourself up to the possibility that there might be a toaster oven waiting outside for you one day. Just like there was a water distiller. Just like there was that toaster, actually. Which will be named at the end of the stream. That'll be the last appliance that we name. Oh my gosh. Just saying the best thing that you found on the side of the road was an old chair. That's fair. Open your mind. Open your body to the possibility of appliances on the side of the road that you can bring back home and clean thoroughly with vinegar and sometimes bleach. Sometimes. Not always. Really depends on the appliance. Really depends on the appliance. Tinker saying, wait, were you just talking about Dr. Zandra? I mean, Dr. Zandra hasn't been named yet, but... The toaster? Yeah, you know. Anakin saying, the best thing I found on the side of the road was your wife. I hope you water her daily. Daily. You know, skin cracking and stuff like that. I'm not good at giving relationship advice. I'm also deathly afraid of commitment, says the man who's been in a relationship for 11 years straight. Let's draw a face on the oven! In 3, and 2, and there's actually 10 seconds left, so. Just like 11 years, yeah, 11 years! Canadian like, you know what, I'm gonna take that advice, I'm gonna go on a toaster oven hunt as well as grow and change as a person. You got this, Canadian. You got this.
Where are they at? Just use Facebook Market.
Welcome back from the, hold up, sorry, Canadian, have you left yet? Don't go yet. Hold on, my partner has something she needs to tell you.
Well, it matters if they live in the
Get closer to the microphone. Or I can relay your message, that's fine too.
Recycle.
Will you accept the message? What's your message?
Just use Freecycle.
Freecycle or Facebook Marketplace?
Well, just Facebook Marketplace.
Alright, fine, fuck Facebook Marketplace. She says don't do that.
There's a lot of like freebie groups on Facebook though.
There are Facebook groups that are advertising free items in your local area.
Like,
right?
Yeah,
right?
they'll have like free baby stuff or like. I don't know,
If you have a baby, they're giving them away for free.
No.
Nice.
No?
No.
That's not what you meant by free baby stuff?
They give you
Sorry, scratch that. That's not what she meant.
Oh my god.
That's not what she meant, okay?
I can't give advice on your show.
Yeah, don't give advice. Don't take advice from the actual doctor. Don't do it.
I'm not a doctor at Facebook.
She is not a doctor in Facebook. Doctor Not So Happy, are you a doctor in Facebook by chance? I have questions. Anyway, let's draw a face of this fucking toaster.
How many have you done so far?
This is number 3.
Oh, wow.
Here we go. I really want to actually no. I really want to elevate Infernix because Infernix is not high enough on the camera. Hold up, I'm gonna use a riser. One second.
That looks super dangerous. Don't you have 2 of those? He's gonna fall.
Observe!
What's it pronounced?
I'm not sure yet. Let's see. Obi-Wan says my chat's being weird. Oh, Obi-Wan with the membership. There we go. Who got it? Desert Life. Anakin's like, I have so many questions. I have answers. They're not good ones, though. Probably.
It might not be accurate.
It might not be accurate. After this, we got 2 more appliances. 2 more appliances. Doctor saying, I have. You are pursuing a doctorate in wireless communication. Does that count? Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Desert Life, welcome in. Welcome in. We're drawing faces on appliances. Let's see. We're doing Atlas on this one. The face of, oh my god, forever. That's a pretty yikes forever face. I dig that. All right, let's see. Let's do this as safely as I possibly can. Here's a, oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Let's do, here's an eye. Here we go. Here's an eye. And here's the big mouth that is just like, oh! There's the tongue. Got a little thing there. So that's the tongue. Actually, I don't like that thing there. I don't like that. Come on, I'm taking it away. Taking it away. Pat, what are we talking about out there? Oh, Duranko in chat, by the way. I saw you out there. What are you trying to do? Goal is to get rid of stuff regardless of money gained. Facebook Marketplace truly is a place to go. There we go. Take it from a random stranger on the internet. That's the best place to get advice, don't you know? Don't do it for finance or medicine. Or any meta information, like advice for how and when to take advice from other strangers on the internet from a stranger on the internet. Alright, we got the things here. There we go. I am going to keep this just like this. Because if I color it in, then that means we're not going to be able to see very much on the inside. So this is what we're going with. This is Infernix. Infernix the toaster oven. Breaker out there in chat saying, I built a desk hutch by yourself. Congratulations, man. Praise and validation from your local internet stranger. Doctor saying that oven has a lot of potential. Give it some time and it could be so hot. Oh yeah, it's trying to find its father. That was that's part of its backstory. All right, let's rotate. Hold up. Excuse you, microphone. Maybe we should name the microphone one of these days, chat. We will christen you Infernix. With the R. With the rolled R. I'm gonna try to draw this backwards. I'm not gonna try to do this backwards. I'm not doing that. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. Here we go. In. Next. And I'm gonna like underline. Actually, I'm not gonna underline the R. That's got things, you know. Infernix. Calkin's like mix the mic. Oh, what? Mike's the mic? Mike's the microphone? Hey, you know what, chat? Maybe for charity, we'll name the microphone. We'll just name anything that has electricity flowing through it. Wouldn't that be crazy? Would you guys donate money to charity just to name random appliances? Because, like, we got charity events coming up next month. Presenting Infernix. The perpetually existential dread feeling toaster oven. Oh my gosh. Football. Good morning to you, bud. Mark's like, name the kid's computer. Lillian's saying, I know I would donate to charity to name random appliances. I know you would. Just like, his name is actually Michael Phone. Give him some respect. Give Michael some respect. All right, chat. To anybody popping in here a little bit later, welcome to the Bar with an X. I am not drinking today. I'm mildly recovering from the vibes of an event that I actually went to over on Wednesday in New York City. Travel was kind of exhausting, so I'm not doing drinks today. Instead, what we're doing is naming various appliances that we have at the Bar with an X. If you're not familiar with Blenderx, I guess technically the older brother of some of the appliances here at the Bar with an X, once upon a time, we named it, we slapped an X on it, and we drew a face on it, and it's kind of become a thing on this channel, so we're doing it with 5 other appliances. And Obi-Wan's out there drinking for all the drinking that I'm going to be doing tonight. But I'm not streaming until 2 o'clock in the morning like I usually am, so Obi-Wan's going to be doing all the drinking that I would be doing in the next 7 hours, probably being done within the next 20 to 30 minutes. Possibly. We got 2 other appliances that we're naming today. Basically, the way that we're doing it is I had collected some names from our Discord community, as well as some faces from the artists in our community. There is a command for the next appliance, which is an induction burner. If you type exclamation burner in chat, you will be greeted with names. Those are the options for the name of the induction burner. Probably the oldest appliance here at the Bar with an X, which I'm gonna go get next. Because I'm done feeling confident and holding a toaster oven on my head. Yeah, there we go. She's down, Chad, she's down. Where he is, I don't know. We haven't figured out the pronouns for these toasters either. If you guys got preferences on pronouns for the appliances, follow up in the thread in the Discord. Let's see. Ignite, welcome in, by the way. I think I might have missed your chat a little bit earlier. Welcome in. Let's see. Bitter's out there saying I popped open the Iceland vodka for the stream. Oh, did you really? What is everybody else drinking out there? I've got water with liquid IV flavored like strawberries. So that's what I've got. I'm curious what everybody else is drinking out there though. Okie dokie. So, the 3 names that we have for this induction burner. Let me give you a little rundown of this burner first before we commit ourselves to names. Let me just pull up the Oh, come on there. I hate Windows photos. Oh, it just closed out. That's awesome. Thanks, asshole. So I do not like the Windows photo app, chat, but it was what I was able to get up. There we go. Let's see. Mark's got a Jones root beer. Classy. Obi-Wan's saying, is Reka the Iceland vodka? I think it is. Jess has got some Dr. Pepper, and Kit Kat got some plain old city water. So this is an induction burner, chat. It works by essentially inducing a current in another metal object, which causes that object to heat. Isn't that crazy? It is. There's no flames required. So, this induction burner has a couple of interests, according to the dating profile that I spun up for them sometime last week. This induction burner is interested in magnetic chemistry, rapid boils, and the XBar's crawl space. Did you notice how thin this thing is? Did you know that this induction burner called its home under the XBar for months before I finally cleaned out a little space for them on the shelf over here so that they could see the light of day? But they're very comfy in crawl spaces because they're so flat. It fit right underneath. It was like the best place that I could put it at the time. Ferb, by the way, welcome in. This burner is most known for being quite the enabler, fitting into tight spaces, and relatively speaking, their simple-mindedness. This burner is looking for flat-bottom friends, ferrous commitment, as well as wattage play. Whatever that means. You know what's coming. It was a pun. It was a pun. It was a pun. Anyways. Let's see out there. I see Duranco out there talking about getting some blood donated and stuff like that. I wish I could read the whole message now, but I gotta keep on moving for the stream. Let's see. eFootball saying, is it burner promotion? I mean, I'm not trying to promote anything here aside from, I guess, good vibes, I suppose. So we have 3 names for the burner. Your options. Phoenix, the burner. Zerferitic, and Xenoheat. Zerferitic, I believe Zer is the, Tinker can, correct me if I'm misarticulating this here, but Zer being the sort of neo-non-gendered Sir. Like Sir Lady, Zer instead, pronounced kind of like a Z out there. We're a bit woke on this channel, by the way, so if that's not your cup of tea or cocktail, get out. Just get out of here. Let's see. I see Anakin saying Xenoheat. Oh my gosh. I think of the name Xenoheat, and a piece of me thinks that Xenoheat is like Z? Don't you see? There's no heat. Because honestly, even when I use this thing, like after I'm done heating up a pot on it, I know it says caution hot surface, but the surface never gets hot. Like I can touch it right after the fact and I've never had a problem with it. So you guys can vote in chat by basically just spamming whatever option you pick. I'm just gonna pick on vibes. Phoenix, Zur, Ferritic, and Xenoheats. I'm seeing quite a few Phoenixes out there so far. Ferb saying Phoenix because it's got to have an X, and I like it being one word. I mean, every single one of these names, by the way, have X's. That was one of the requirements. I would not accept the name if it didn't have an X in it. And let's see. I see Duranko saying I see some Kingdom Hearts naming potential with the X. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed. We're very familiar with that. For this one, if anybody wants to suggest names for appliances in the future, I am only accepting submissions in our Discord server. Proceed with your voting. Xenoheat, Phoenix, Zur. I see mostly, so far I've seen mostly Phoenix. I see a lot of naming potential with Phoenix, I saw Ferb saying out there too. I like the Zur, says Bitter Trees. I don't know, I don't see a consensus yet. Like I said, feel free to put in as many messages in chat as you want to. My mods are aware that you might be spamming today at my behest. Spam what name you'd like. Otherwise, I'm just gonna pick my favorite one. And it's not Phoenix, by the way. Phoenix is not my favorite. Not today, at least. Let's see. I see Anakin saying Xenoheat. Kit Kat with Zur. CJ says Xenoheat. Lillian says Phoenix. Xenoheat. Yo mama. Got him, Mark. I see in Zur too, and Phoenix, Xeno, Zur. Xmas is coming up soon. That's true. Charity event. Xenoheat. I see a lot of Xenoheats now. Most of my chat. Actually, it's honestly still kind of split. So I'm gonna pick my favorite. I'm picking Xenoheat. I'm picking Xenoheat. I think that was one of the, like, don't get me wrong. I love Zur Ferritic, and I love the backstory that Tinker gave specifically for Zur Ferritic in the Discord. But Xenoheat, I saw that and I was like, that name's fucking awesome. So we're going with Xenoheat for this one. Oh my gosh. So, no Phoenix. Xenoheat. There we go. Xenoheat's the induction burner. Because, like, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like the, it's the future of heating, I suppose, using induction technology. Let's see. Jess is like, no! Lillian like, but I see no heat, though. Xenoheat? I mean, there's no heat on it right now, because it's not plugged, look, it's not plugged in right now, so. CJ saying, I remember my reason for Xenoheat now. Is it an anime reference? Possibly. All right, now let's bring up our faces, right? 2 talented artists in our Discord server. For some reason, the thing is not showing up on the capture. That's really awesome. All right, let me fix that real quick. Click the button, go down here, click on the button. There we go. That's the one. Woohoo! That's the one. Yay! There we go. Now I have the thing up on the screen. Look, guys, it's Windows Photos. Because that's what I'm using. We have one face from Atlas, one of our talented artists, and we also have faces from Tinker as well. Tinker said, if I could get only 2, Dr. Xandra and Lady Yeexing would be amazing. I will say, there is the biggest competition with the toaster, which is happening next, because there's 5 different names for that. There were the most votes for names for the toaster specifically. And I'm honestly not surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised that the toaster oven didn't get more names. I thought that dating profile was pretty funny. The toaster oven looking for its father. It's classic energy, dude. Classic energy. I'm gonna put a little eyes in here. We got a little sparkle down here as well. There's a little bit of sparkle in Atlas's face for this one. Drawing it on a piece of white paper first, and then you guys get to decide. Based on vibes. And then this little like, oh. Let's see. Just saying we need one with pie eyes because there's a circle on its face? Because it's got a circular birthmark? Wild, dude. Wild. All right, what else do we got? This was, Zur Ferritic. So, this one here's got such a... These eyes look so haunting. I love it, dude. Let me draw Tinker's here with the eyes, with the very loud pupils, the straight face, the circle, the little, looks like a hat. And I honestly don't know what this is up on top, but it could be a microphone, could be headphones. I don't know. I honestly don't know, but it's kind of cool. So these are our two options. Lily, like, he looks dead inside. I kind of like it though. He likes the crawl space, chat. He likes the crawl space. Let's see. Ferb saying, I don't think having a face on the heating element might be a bad idea, but that might just be me. Oh no, I assure you, we all have. Everybody backstage has worry about a face on the heating element. I've done some research, and we should be good. No toxic fumes here. No toxic fumes here. At least from what I was able to find. But the manufacturer still has not gotten back to me. I still await their thing. Let's see. I see Duranko out there saying, would you mind clearing something up for me? I've heard people say the word liqueur. I've heard people say liquor, liqueur. Is it a regional thing? This is the way I do it. Liquor. Liqueur is alcohol. It's a base spirit. Like fine wine spirits. Liquor. Like L-I, with the hard, I guess, K-E-R, I suppose. If you like, let's say liqueur or liqueur. I'm trying to think of the best way to articulate it, but to me, liquor is a base spirit like tequila and vodka. Liqueur is blue curacao. Liqueur is in cordial. Something like a razzmatazz or something like that. Thank you. Is this bread?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, you need the bottom part.
What is in there? What is in there?
Something almond-y.
Excuse me while I finger a piece of bread.
I think it tastes too much like bread. I think you'll like it.
I like that. She thought I liked it, and I did. I like that. Let me put that over here. It's delicious. I'll be eating that after stream. All right, let's see. Thoughts, chat. Dead Inside or New Beginnings? New Beginnings, Atlas, or Dead Inside, Tinker? Pick one.
I want the cute eyes.
Ferb is saying, I think Tinker's could be best, especially if it's lined up with the healing element. That's what I'm thinking. I see some votes for Tinker. I see Anakin saying Atlas. Lillian says both. I mean, we did do that the first time, right? It was a combo, right? Atlas, Tinker. eFootball's like, Tinker's is weird. I mean, yeah, but isn't the heating element... Isn't induction technology kind of weird to begin with, you know?
Well,
I dig it.
we made the face, the big eyes, and the slant mouth.
Anna is also suggesting a combo. I don't want to do a combo.
Why?
I have a vote too! I don't even give... Nobody else is giving a reason. I don't have to give a reason. I don't have to give a reason.
Quiet.
I don't have to justify anything. Dead Beginnings. I'm seeing a lot of votes for Atlas in my chats. I changed my vote to Atlas. I'm seeing more things for Atlas. Atlas. We're getting Atlas.
Atlas on YouTube.
We're getting Atlas.
You Tinker on.
We're getting some Atlas. We're getting some Atlas. Hacker, welcome in, by the way. So we're getting a cute face on the induction burner. I mean, think of it this way, chat. If the burner could move on its own, and it could like move out from underneath wherever it's stored, would you be more terrified seeing this beneath your legs? Or this beneath your legs? Because sometimes during stream, like, I look down and I can see the induction burner, and honestly, I'd be more terrified with this one. So that's what I'm going with. Hacker saying, I don't know what's happening, but Atlas, there we go. So essentially, Hacker, what we did is I opened up the... Hi there. Get this out of my face, dude. I do not want Glittergate again.
I could open it.
You certainly could, and I honestly wouldn't be able to stop you. Yes, so what we're doing today, we don't typically stream on Fridays, and instead of doing a chat orders a drink stream, because I've been a little bit behind and over encumbered with things this month, so I appreciate everybody's understanding. Instead, we're creating more faced appliances with names. And that's what we're doing, you know? All right, we're doing Atlases. We're doing Atlases. Let me get the cocktail angle over. There is one more appliance that we will name today, chat. One more appliance, and it will be the toaster. And we'll display a name on the toaster. Now, But I'll also let you know too, chat, is that I have more appliances than what we currently have here. If you want to do another appliance naming stream, there will be threads in the Discord where you can vote on names ahead of time, as well as draw some faces ahead of time. So if you feel that you're a good artist, join our Discord. If you feel that you're good at coming up with names or backstories for appliances, join our Discord. I'll put a link in there for you now if you want it. No pressure, though. I mean, I guess yes pressure if you want to participate in this way, because I'm only taking things from there, so... There we go. eFootball saying, is there dandruff all over the burner? No, it's probably sparkles, and I've had this for a good 2 years, so it's just got wear and tear. This guy's got wear and tear. It could be dandruff, though. I don't know. We would have to ask, what do we name this thing? We would just have to ask Xenoheat. All right, let's see. This is... I love this, dude. I love this. All right, let's get... Here's one face. Here's one eye. Here's another eye. This one's got a little bit of a shine to it, so, like... Gotta go in there with a circle. Over here. A little shine. Down here. There we go. There's a little bit of a shine on this particular appliance. Let's see. What else see in chat out there? Hacker was asking, when are we getting Star Wars cocktails? Make a suggestion. I will not tell you guys any guarantee on timing of series on this channel. Unless all 300 members in our Discord community all say we all want you to play one game, which, by the way, would shoot a suggestion all the way up to the top, by the way. That will do it. That will force me to prioritize. I don't think it can be done, though. I don't think it can be done. Alright, there we go. The sparkle on this one has proven to be a little bit cumbersome. There we go. We got the eyes. Okay, we got eyes. There we go. These are our eyes so far. Oh my god, hi there. Yeah, dude, this thing would absolutely terrify me. It will, actually. It will. Hacker saying, is that a heat-resistant marker? I asked the manufacturer, they ghosted me. As far as I'm concerned, yes. For now. And if all else fails, I'll find something heat safe. And I'll draw another one. Oh! There we go. That's our face. Haberline saying every single drawing looks amazing. I cannot take credit for the designs. That is the beautiful artists in our Discord. Look, guys, it's Xenoheats. Which honestly kind of does have, like, alien-like eyes in a way. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Let's see out there. What do I see in chat? Can I find this link somewhere on? It's 422 right here. Oh, for what? The Discord or whatever? Duranko, don't feel like you have to stay here at 4:22 in the morning. But if you want to, I can't stop you, right? Take care of yourself, chat. I want nothing more for you guys than to just take care of yourself. Do what's best for y'all, you know? Okie doke. This is Xenoheats, so I must christen the side. Christen the side of this burner. I think I've had this thing for over 2 years, and it finally gets a name. So thank you, guys. Xenoheats. Xenoheats. There we go. I mistyped that a little bit. Xenoheats! There we go. Obi-Wan saying, chat, I'll donate 20 memberships for Tokes the Toaster. Chat, don't take Obi's bribes. It's got nothing to do with his bribes. His bribes are not going to get him any extra votes. Presenting Xenoheat, the induction burner. Look at this guy. Oh my god, you can see the other half of the apartment. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Pretty cool. Obi-Wan says it was a joke. Chat, I wouldn't put it past Obi-Wan to just buy 20 memberships anyways. It happens. It happens. Kalking's saying, what are the age for the others? Oh, these don't have ages. They're Xeno beings. They always were and always have been. None of these appliances have ages. But if we had to assume, they're definitely old enough to be at the bar. Capiche? Capuche. There we go. Toaster! There we go. Chat, I have one more appliance that I would like for us to name this evening. because this is a shorter stream than usual. We'll be back at the Bar with an X for our regularly scheduled show on Monday. Before we get to the toaster, though, I want to say specifically with our plans for next week is that on Monday, I will actually have a guest for the pregame segment of the cocktail show. I had the pleasure of doing a bit of a collab with another fellow creator out there. I don't know if you saw specifically the blog that I had the opportunity of creating with the neurodivergent bartender. He's a member of our community. He's a professional chef out there, and we did a little collab. My collab with him was a blog post that is up on his website, neurodivergentbartender.com. Probably the most introspective I've been on my journey as a creator thus far, as well as the articulations that I've been trying to build a little bit better about how I come up with inspired drinks, and ultimately a little bit of behind the scenes about how this show even came to be. So it's still a good read. It's up there on the website. I think if you search CameroxnWithAnX neurodivergent bartender, it'll probably be the first thing up on Google. On Monday, I actually have Alexander, that's his name, popping onto the show for a bit, and we're going to be making one of his cocktails from his cocktail book, which I actually have over there, just kind of out of my reach right now. We'll be making his kettle corn old fashioned, a recipe that actually I think is on version 4 right now. That is also in the book that he wrote as well. He'll pop on the stream, he'll make one on his side, I'll make one on my side, and we'll chat a little bit. I might also open up the floor as well for questions if you have questions for a professional chef, professional bartender, or otherwise. He's also got a vast knowledge of spirits as well, probably more, at least at the very least, a more comprehensive liquor collection than I do. So if you got questions on stuff like that, we'll look forward to talking with you guys again about that over on Monday. In any case, we have 5 different names for the toaster here at the Bar with an X. You might have seen this in action, making a burnt toast clarified daiquiri on Monday of this week. That was prior to us. The interview in the game is on Monday of next week in a few days. If you want to see the names, I have 5 of them. Type !toaster in chat. You must pick from one of those names. These names were determined by our Discord community. If you want to be a part of the naming process next time, that is the place to be. We have 5 options. We have Axel, Toast-to-me, as in like Jeremy or Timothy. We also have Dr. Zandra, as well as Toasty with an X, and Tokes. Or Toshe. I see a lot of people already voting for Toshe already. That's the question too. Is it Tokes or is it Toshe? The way to pick the names is quite literally just type whatever name you want in chat. Ferb saying Toast-to-me doesn't have an X. I might have forgotten it. It might actually not have an X. Huh. I mean, unless it wins by a landslide vote, which I don't think it will. I'm seeing a lot of... Dude, I see a lot for Tokes. And Toasty. Toasty the Toaster. Tokes. Tokes. Man, I see a lot from... I see a lot of Toasty specifically in the Twitch chat, actually. But it's all CJ. Tinker's voting for Zandra. Naturally. I see that. Man, dude. It's between Tokes and Toasty. It's between Tokes and Toski. I see so much for Tokes, and it's all coming from Food Hub. The entirety of the vertical chat is just Tokes right now. That's all it is. Oh my gosh. Let's see. And I see mostly the horizontal chat, which is single-handedly being facilitated by Heberline out there, by the way, is Toasty. And I see a lot of Toasty on the Twitch side, too. Oh man, I really like the name Tokes, dude. I really like the name Tokes. But we already got a Tokes style name. We got Brooks, you know? We got Brooks. Brooks and Tokes give the same vibe, and we're all about trying to make things as open and diverse as possible here at the bar. Says the single-handed white guy who runs the show as best as we can, you know? I'm going with Toasty. I like Toasty. What really did it for me was Haberline in chat with not just the single messages of Toasty, but specifically the box of Toasty being copy and pasted. That to me is effort. I like it. We're going with Toasty. Toasty the Toaster. There's probably other toasters out there named Toasty, but this is our Toasty. Crispy, says Glorious. Toasty indeed. Let's see. Ferb saying we need a more femme-sounding appliance. I mean, we have Lady Yixing. Refined Demure. Demure was a part of the story, you know? It was a part of the story. We're going with Toasty the Toaster. So is the name. R.I.P. Toast-to-me. I love how I saw one person in chat say Axel with a question mark. There were a lot of votes for. If I went on votes from the Discord alone, it would have been Axel. It would have been Axel. Kit Kat saying, but does Toasty have an X? Correct. It does. The X is silent in Toasty. That or it's Toasty. Toasty. It is spelled Toasxty. So now you guys can vote whether or not the X is pronounced or not. It's either Toasty with an X or Toasty. And I got a strange feeling that one is going to be a little bit more preferable to vertical chat because they really felt bad about the whole Toast thing, you know? Let's see out there. Kit Kat saying all those other Toasties probably don't have X's. It's true. Pronounce that X. Toaksy. Toaksy. Toasty. Obi-Wan saying, how could Cam do this to us? Chaos reigns, my friend. What else could I say? Toxic toaster. I'm thinking pronouncing the X. It's Toasty. Toasty the toaster. Toasty the toaster with a pronounced X. I like it. I like it. Now we just gotta get a face. CJ, like, this ain't a democracy. It's not. It's not a democracy. Today's stream was not brought to you by democracy. If it was democracy, there'd be a vote command, but there isn't. Tokes has died today and has been reborn as Toasty. All right, let's look at our options for faces. We have, just like before, one from Atlas, as well as one from Atlas and one from Tinker. We have this rather surprised-looking face from Atlas. Let me draw that one down. Hey, Reline, you can stop spamming Toaster now, by the way. All of the names have been determined. No more spamming chat. No more spamming chat. There we go. That was Atlas's. Then we got Tinker's over here. Let me go over here. eFootball saying, by the way, it's a nice face. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Dr. Zandra. My goodness, look at this one. Look at this one. Wowza, look at that face. This one's got some hair. Dr. Zandra's got like hair. I see more little bubbles coming up. I like that. Let me get that. Let me do my best artist rendition of this face from Tinker, as best as I possibly can. Gaming, welcome in. I see. Wow, those eyeballs too. Those eyeballs are giving me a vibe, dude. Those eyeballs are giving me a vibe. Wow, that's haunting. I gotta say, Tinker, I fucking love these faces. Oh, she's smoking. Oh, it's a cigarette. That's a cigarette coming out of her mouth. I got you. I got you. Hold up. Hold up. I got you. I got you. Got a little smokes action going on here. There we go. There we go. Got a little smokes action going on here. And then what looks to be like a little ponytail. There we go. It's a ponytail, I think. And smoke. There we go. So, Cypress, welcome back, by the way. Smoky Feel looks OP in Tokes. I love it, dude. Tinker's saying that she, specifically, she's been trying to quit, but she tends to slip into her habits. It's a reference to the toaster smoking on Monday. It might not actually be, but it is in my head. It is in my head. These are our two face options for Toasty the Toaster. Bring it back over here. We have Atlas's design, which looks to be a deep, dark black hole with eyebrows. Oh, it's like a bowling ball with eyebrows. And then we have Tinker, which is more canonically Dr. Zandra in another life. You know, Dr. Zandra is making a change for the better. She's changed her name. She's trying to get off of the nicotine. She's on patches now. And although she doesn't smoke too often, she does partake every once in a while. And is go by Toxie now. I'm seeing, for the most part, I'm seeing seemingly an overwhelming, at least from Food Hub, an overwhelming preference towards Tinker. I also see it over on Twitch too. I think we all like Tinker's design. I like it, dude. We're going with Tinker's. That was an easier one. That was an easier one. I dig it. Let's do it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to draw the cigarettes, only because the implications of cigarettes on this show is just a little bit kind of misplaced because we don't do any nicotine infusions or anything like that. It's really, really bad for you. So instead, I'm not going to draw the cigarette, but there will still be space for this to smoke if I wind up putting stuff into it for too long periods of time. I actually wouldn't completely put it out of the way that I might intentionally smoke whatever is in the toaster, or specifically cause it to burn, which, by the way, is what we did on Monday. So there we go. Hey, football, like irony with the cigarette. What about the drinks you made? But it was a piece of toast, right? With a piece of toast. All right, let me bring the angle here for our final face of the evening. Final face of the evening. Just like liver damage, happy face, lung damage, true. Yeah, but like nicotine is like, if you can use it in mixology, but it's like, it'll fuck you up real bad, dude. I remember seeing, there's a really great video from Kevin Kaz, Cocktail Time, that basically says, if you want your drink to taste like tobacco, don't fucking use tobacco. Use tobacco bitters instead. There we go. All right, this is our canvas. I'm gonna try to draw this as best as I possibly can. I'm going to the other side. To the other side. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. I need my best drawing skills for this one. All right, let's see. Rose is saying I could really go for a grilled cheese right about now. Dude, I feel you there. I feel you. All right, let's give some hair, right? So I'm interpolating this. I'm interpolating for the base canvas that we have. The base canvas that we have. So I'm gonna do the eyes first. Oh, come on. Oh, Sharpie marker. Sharpie marker. There we go. Oh, I'm trying not to block it. Hold up. Gotta try not to block it. There we go. Do a little face there. There we go. Little. I like the triangular eyes, by the way, dude. Oh my gosh. I see Cypress in chat saying that you got 3 months supply of alcohol. Alka-Walka. What'd you buy for yourself? Color me curious. I don't like this angle. This angle is not fun to draw at. Slowly but surely, we will have a toaster. We will have a christened toaster named Toasty. Toasty the toaster is trying to quit smoking as best as she possibly can. Oh my gosh. Eduardo in chat saying love the music. What do we got right here? Castle theme from Super Mario. There we go. There we go. Welcome in, by the way, Eduardo. Alright, let's see. Let's draw a little nose. Big triangle vibes. Big triangle vibes. I like that. I'll smile. There we go. It's a little crooked, but I like it. I like it. Yo, Breaker, thanks for popping in. Hope to see you again on Monday. It's a little bit skewed, to be honest. I don't think I drew that smile very well. Hold up. Let me add a little smirk. There we go. I don't know how I feel about this one. I feel like I could have done this one justice a little bit better. How are we looking so far? The reveal! Oh my gosh. Let's draw some hair. This one's got hair, by the way, so let's get... I'm interpolating, by the way, chat. I'm interpolating. The face that I was given was drawn on a circle. This toaster is not a circle. So I guess I could have done it on the front too, but I like the side of it too much. Paperline asking, have I ever seen the Brave Little Toaster? I have. And their name is Toasty. But I am also familiar with the movie. Or just the IP in general, you know? Nice looking toaster. It's got hair, dude. Got hair. Let's see. Everyone, thanks for popping in, dog. Tokes rip 2025 to 2026. Tokes wasn't even alive, chat! Oh my gosh. Therapy is okay, chat. Therapy is okay. But take your therapy outside. I mourn the death. Honestly, what am I mourning right now? My liver, I guess, in the long term, you know? 2 minutes of silence for Tokes. Oh, I'm not shutting up. Turn up for Toasty, chat. This is a day of birth. This is a day of life, chat. We're celebrating. And then we need, what is it, little ponytail. I'm gonna give like a little There we go. There's a hair tie back there. I used to have a ponytail too, chat. Used to have a ponytail too. Here we go. That is quite the toaster. Might I say. Might I say. Quite the toaster indeed. I'm down with it, dude. I'm down with it. We've got quite a display of appliances here. Oh, let's see. Now we just have to christen them. On the butt. There we go. Toke's getting toasted. It is kind of toasty looking, isn't he? There he is. I like that. Let's do there we go. I gotta make sure I spell this correctly. T-O-A. I hope I'm doing the S the correct direction. Toasty. There we go. Toasty. Rose is saying someone get him a red Sharpie so we can make it design accurate. Oh, I don't have a red Sharpie. I got a black one. Honestly, I told you guys that I was using white marker and I partially lied about that, but you know. Let's see. Calking saying, Cam, I'm trying to find the video about the neurodivergent bartender, but you can't find it. Oh, it's not a video, it's a blog post. It's a blog post. It is on his website. Oh, that was the wrong button. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, it's not a video. The video that's featuring the neurodivergent bartender is happening on Monday, actually. Let's see. All right. So these are our family. Oh, let me go grab all of our appliances that we named today, chat. Thank you all, by the way, for participating and sending your name suggestions in the Discord server. This was a fun little thing that I just wanted to do a very small stream on because, honestly, I didn't have the energy to do a whole chat orders a drink stream this week. Hopefully to getting one of those again at some point, but I've been a little bit behind on things. There's a lot of fun stuff happening behind the scenes here at the Bar with an X. But I'm still more or less working alone right now, so we work with what we can got. Thank you for supporting your local content creator. Let me go grab... Oh, before I go, of course. Introducing Toasty the Toaster. Toasty the Toaster, indeed. Let me go grab the other appliances that we've named this evening. They're all hanging out somewhere. Now, let me grab you, put this over here. That'll be a little bit easier. Bringing over the toaster oven. Infernix the toaster oven. There we go. That perpetual face, dog. That perpetual face. We have Neo Heat, the induction burner. Off screen, we also have Lady Yeexing, the electric kettle. There we go, right over here. Break you off. And I gotta get the espresso machine. Brooks the espresso machine. Right over here. There we go. Whoa. Perfect. There we go. Okie dokie, chat. Introducing our family of appliances. Oh, I should go grab Blenderx, older brother. Older brother energy. I'm gonna go grab Blend. Go grab Blend the blender. There we go. Whoops. There we go. Rosa saying, I really enjoy the 2014 Xbox gamer tag names that were chosen. I dig it, man. Hey, crowd vote. It's not quite a democracy, but we went on vibes. So, where's the face on Lady Yeexing? There we go. Introducing our newest christened X appliance members here at the Bar with an X. These are appliances with X's because they have X's in their names as so named by the community. You might already be familiar with Big Brother Blenderx, who was named Blender with an X, but honestly I found it funnier to separate the name Blen and Dirks, and that's where this all started. Blenderx is now joined by a couple new siblings, including, but not necessarily limited to, Brooks, the espresso machine. We have Lady Yeexing, the electric water kettle. We have Neo Heat, the induction burner. We have Toasty, the toaster, as well as, oh, don't fall. We also have, oh my god, what was your name? Oh, Infernix, the toaster oven. And that pretty much puts that's pretty much all I've got for you today. That's all we really wanted to do, right? I see eFootball in chat saying, who is senior in the appliance family? I think technically speaking, the induction burner, I think NeoHeat is the oldest member. The toaster oven is new. I recently refurbished them. The water kettle is new. I recently bought her. The espresso machine was recently sponsored by Entropy the Ferrets. And the toaster was, I think I got Toasty. I want to say I refurbished them. Probably a few months ago, actually. But that's all I got planned here at the bar this evening. No drink requests today. No opening of the Infinity Bottle today. We'll be getting back to our regularly scheduled programming on Monday of next week. There is a stream on Monday. There is a stream on Wednesday, as it will be at least until something else gets announced in the future. Just as a heads up, I'm giving you guys a fair warning now that there is a charity event happening in December. Usually here on this channel, we'll do about 2 charity events a year. Tim Ye, by the way, welcome into the bar with an X. Snipe the notification before it even came through. We'll usually do 2 charity events here at the bar with an X throughout the year. One during around the June, July-ish time. It's our independently run charity event. And then we'll usually also participate in Jacksepticeye's Thankmas. I don't believe the details have been announced yet, but we're already starting to move behind the scenes to plan out the events. It will likely be, I think, last I spoke with Anna, probably a 4-day streaming event. Not 4 days straight, but 4 different streams on 4 different days where we'll be raising money for... I'm sorry, what?
We're doing a weekend.
We are doing a weekend. We are doing a weekend.
Friday through Monday.
Friday through Monday, some week in December. We have not decided upon the dates just yet. You said Thursday through Sunday?
No, Friday through.
Friday through.
Your Monday will be a regular stream time.
Regular stream time on a Monday. Exactly which Monday, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure yet. But we'll start with a Friday.
Sunday.
Oh, that actually kind of works out. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then Monday.
Yeah.
There we go.
You'll have a weekend.
There we go. We'll have a whole weekend for charity events and whatnot. I feel that out there. Let's see.
Doing your hours.
Let's see. Rose is out there saying there's a piece of me that's concerned about the Sharpie on the burner, but fuck it, we ball. I agree. There was also Haberline out there saying, love you, love what you do, gotta go take a shower, go for it, dude. Jess saying more hats, Bitter saying thanks for the stream, Tim Ye with the W's, thank you all for joining me. I look forward to seeing what you guys can come up with utilizing these different appliances for the sake of cocktail mixology. We can make slushy drinks with the blender. We can make espresso we can make slushy drinks with Blenderx. We can make espresso martinis with Brooks. We can make teas and heat up frozen ingredients using Lady Yixing. We can make syrups as well. I learned how to make candy the other day, apparently with an induction stovetop. So we can do that with NeoHeat. We can burn things like bread. We can toast things like bread or bagels and otherwise inside of Toasty and then infuse it into things like milk. And we can take with something, whether it be seeds or spices or otherwise, and put them right inside of Infernix to add a roasted, toasted, or even burnt quality to a variety of different ingredients. Next year, by this time, or rather, by the time next year comes around, I'm working behind the scenes on getting a system set up so that you guys can use your channel points to redeem infusions on this channel. If you're familiar with Doka Ryan, that's kind of like I put X in vodka for a week until something interesting happens, but it's not just vodka, it's a variety of other things that I'm opening up with my inventory to you guys. It'll cost channel points just because it's a bit high of a material cost, but any infusions that you redeem will be added to the inventory to be used in anybody's cocktails. At least that is the plan that I'm hoping to move forward on. And I'm working behind the scenes to make that happen. So, thank you everybody so much for joining me here. Whew, there we go. I see Jess in chat saying that I should get a Ninja Slushie. Yeah, if I had the money for it. Yeah, sure. Or maybe somebody sponsors that one, you know? Let's see. Haberline saying, can't make it on Monday, got a game to go to, you gotta manage. No problem, dude. Pop into the stream, you are able to pop into a stream every week, every day, every month, or once a year. I am totally fine with it, dude. Totally fine with it. I see Rose is saying too, part of me shall think of a breakfast-themed drink with my incredibly limited drink knowledge. And if you ever have questions on whatever drink knowledge you do or do not have, my DMs are open for drink-related inquiries, our Discord server, as well as a place to talk mixology, video games, and content creation. And if we have bandwidth here in chat, I'd love to answer your questions here again on Monday. So peace out, everybody. Good night if the moon is shining. Good morning if the sun is shining. I'm going to finish my liquid IV and probably go to bed early. Glorious, like, you going to raid somebody? Definitely. But that's a question for the other guy. Peace out, y'all. Until Monday. Bye.